Mitram and Bandhuvam, welcome to South Asia Maps, your education channel and intellectual Kshatriyas channel. Excuse me. This is your presenter, Dr. J. Reddy. Mitram, we are continuing our fascinating journey on human ecology and population. This is the part 111. That means I have posted more than 110 videos before in this series at my YouTube channel. The title of today's presentation is There is no more area for the overpopulation pressure relief on the planet Earth. This is the planet Earth for our overpopulation, redundant population or surplus population. There is no more pressure relief opportunities. That is the point of discussion today. After this presentation, you will get a fascinating idea how many people lived on the planet Earth around about 1500 when the New World was discovered, now in 2023 or 2025. Mitram and Bandhuvam, if you are new to my presentations, I have made fascinating videos for you with impeccable care on varied diverse topics from Indology, that is Indic specific on Bharat, South Asia, to human ecology. I have already posted more than 420 or so video presentations. Excuse me. You can go and access them at South Asia Maps J. Reddy. As of 2023 August, you have 420 immaculately made videos. At the YouTube channel, you can search for keyword J. Reddy, you will find me. This is our fascinating series, this human ecology series. We are talking about this part 111, New World overpopulation pressure relief. That means the New World doesn't support the overpopulation pressure relief that it is used to do round about 500 years back. These are the other series. This is the series I posted before. This is the series in human ecology I posted before. Again, this is the series we posted before. This is the initial series that gives a lot of background to understand the human ecology, like carrying capacity, taking over, drawing down, drawdown, and New World, the Old World, Homo sapiens, Homo, Colossus, etc. You can go and look at them. So, let's say around about 1500 AD, at the time of the discoveries, voyages of Europeans, this is the old world. This is the new world. The new world is two Americas, Australia, New Zealand. This is the new world. This is the old world. Just I have approximated 80 million people lived in the only European part we are talking about here. And the new world part around about 20 million people. These are just projections based upon the current population. So the numbers can vary little bit, but that's not a serious issue if you notice different sources. This is the carrying capacity surplus. This is the carrying capacity deficit. CCP is the carrying capacity. Ability of a land, territory, a province, a country, even a continent, whole planet Earth to hold the, from our perspective, human population permanently. At that time, 1500, the planet Earth has a carrying capacity surplus, especially the New World. Now the New World doesn't have the carrying capacity surplus. That is suffering from carrying capacity deficits. D is deficits. 4 centuries ago, round about 1550s, if you take the World War end, 1950s, or 5 centuries roughly, colonization of vast new hemisphere, this is the New World, new hemisphere, this is the Old Hemisphere, provided the large ecological niches. That means there is a tremendous amount of empty land. So large ecological niches to the population surplus of the old world, essentially European nations. There is a large ecological niches here. There is a population surplus in the European nations. After 1950s, we have excess population in the old world itself. There is no more new habitat that humans can go and discover. That means there is no new habitat to relieve the population pressure of the old world. Especially now the developing nations of Africa, Asia, India, China, they themselves have round about 1.4, that is, if you include the Pakistan, Bangladesh part of South Asia, there are more than 3 billion people. So there is no more habitat, empty land to take this population. Carrying capacity is the ability, here donkey we represent here, that can carry 1 bag, or here the donkey is trying to carry 3 bags, that is deficiency, it cannot carry forever, so it's called phantom carrying capacity. This is the real carrying capacity. Taking over means, you see here, flora and fauna. Taking over flora and fauna means when the Europeans went to New World, New Hemisphere, they took over the entire habitat, to land, to territory from the local flora and fauna, like the bisons, the prairie grasses, the pampas, so on. They just eliminated these plants and animals they took for their own benefit, the European colonizers. This icon represents, as of 2023, there are 8 billion population on the planet Earth. You can see 8 here, 8 billion. That is called population elephant in the room, means the serious issue that is not discussed. Essentially, today the planet Earth suffers from population redundancy. That's what it is. If you look this detail, I have added little more data here. Old world, that means Europe, Africa, Asia, but from our perspective here we are representing essentially Europe here. That's where most colonists went to New World. Voyages and discoveries, Christopher Columbus, American Vespucci, and those people. So this is the, see, the planet Earth has today 150 million kilometers of the surface area. How you distribute that? I have many series posted. You can look in the Geographic Areas Made. Easy, sufficient to say that Egypt is 1 million square kilometers. There are 150 countries you can make in the planet Earth if you redraw the boundaries. 10 units Europe, 30 units Africa, 44. If you add them, you may get 40, round about that 44, rest of Asia. Oceania, especially Australia, New Zealand, like that, 8 units. Here again there is a 40, remember. 24, if you make it 16, is 40. 40 here, 40 here, 40 here means 120, but 8 here, I have dropped the Antarctica here, around about 14. So how many people we have in the planet Earth today? Remember, when the 1500 voyages discoveries happen, drop 1, then you get 500 million people. you can condense this round about 450 million people, or even you can assume 500. That essentially fits into our story. That doesn't change the things drastically. 1500 AD voyages discoveries, 500 million people lived on the earth. Today we have 8 billion people. That means 8,000 million people. How you distribute them? Very easy. You can see here. To Americas, 1 billion. And Europe and Africa, 2 billion. 600 here, 1400 here. So I added 2 billion. 1, 2. And you make around about 1550, 3 billion Indochina. We include Pakistan and Bangladesh too, roughly. So 1, 2, 3, remaining Asia is 2 billion. So 1, 2, 2, 6, 1, 2, 2, 5, and 3 is 8 billion. So 4 centuries, that means 1600, 1700, 1800, 1900, until World War II, America, especially the New World, provided plenty of opportunities for the population pressure relief of the old world. See here, 1500, I added the entire world has 438 million people, round about 450 you can say. Asia has a 281, and Europe has round about 78. We made it 80. So rest of that, South America, Central America, North America, 20 million people. So easy way to remember is 2022 here. I have made this icon for you. So 1500, time of voyages and discoveries, 20 million people in the New World, 80 million just to take the European part. If you take the entire world part, you may get round about 400 or so, 450 or so. 2080, that means it becomes 100. Easy to remember. Now 2023 or 2022, we have 1 billion people here, 7 billion people here. 1 billion people, 1000 million is an enormous amount. It is also enormous amount not only in the numbers, but the amount of the resources the New World people consume: the electricity, energy, the coal, natural gas, minerals, metals, air conditioning, central heating, and so on. That means there is no more overpopulation pressure relief mechanism on the planet Earth, because there is no more new habitats to discover, exploit, and humans can go colonize and take over at the cost of flora and fauna. That's what the important thing you can keep in mind. The last icon is the population. In 1950, there are 2.5 billion people. That means after the World War II ended, afterwards, almost every country in the planet Earth become overpopulated when compared to the resources. How do we put this one in the proper perspective? At the time of voyages and discoveries, this is the old world: Eurasia, Europe, Africa, Asia. The planet Earth has a 450 million people. Europe has a 80 million people. Enter the New World, just two Americas and Australia. We are not showing there. Australia has around about 20-25 million people. 80 million in the Europe. Let's say 20 million here. There is a plenty of opportunity for the entire 4 or 5 centuries for the population relief of this old world into the new world, because they have taken over the land from the competitors, flora and fauna. They have drawn down, that means the coal, oil, natural gas, and so on. So they increase the opportunities for humans. A lot of people migrated. Now there is no such opportunity exists. 1 billion people live in the new world. Rest 7 billion people live on the old world: Europe, Africa, Asia. That means the world is overpopulated now. It suffers from population surplus, suffers from population redundancy. So there is no more relief for the people, humans, to migrate to any part of the world now. So this is the map shows essentially where most people live. If you say around about 2 billion here, 3 billion in China, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and rest of the world, 1 billion people live here, and 600 million people, 1400, that makes again 2 billion in Europe and Africa, and so on. Excuse me. That is, in essence, Mitram and Bandhuvam, in this planet Earth today, there is no more pressure relief, population pressure relief for humans. That we have to realize and adjust to the existing situations, especially extremely aspirant, ambitious, modern generations should pay more attention to this. Thank you very much for your attention. See you later in other presentations. If you like the presentations, please subscribe and bring it to the notice of your friends, and also post your comments.